My name is Anna Chen, and in the world of gaming technology, the line between playing games and revolutionizing an industry is thinner than most people realize. When my mother-in-law, Patricia Armstrong, CEO of Armstrong Tech Solutions, dismissed my gaming company as childish nonsense, she had no idea she was looking at the future of artificial intelligence. Really, Thomas? Patricia sighed during another tense family dinner at her Palo Alto mansion. When you said you were marrying a tech entrepreneur, I assumed something more serious. My husband squeezed my hand under the table. After 3 years of marriage, he was used to his mother's disdain for my work, but it still bothered him. Mom, Anna's company is revolutionizing mobile gaming, he defended. The engagement metrics are incredible. Patricia barely glanced up from her Wagyu steak. Games are for children, dear. Real tech companies solve real problems. If she only knew what my games were really doing. The story began 5 years ago when I was working on my PhD in artificial intelligence at Stanford. While everyone else was focused on traditional machine learning applications, I saw something different. The potential of mobile games to collect unprecedented amounts of human behavioral data. Think about it, I told my thesis advisor. Millions of people making billions of decisions, all generating data about how humans think and solve problems. It's the largest cognitive research study in history. He didn't get it. None of them did. Except Thomas. I met him at a tech conference where I was presenting my research. He was there representing Armstrong Tech, his mother's company. While others saw my gaming platform as trivial, he saw the potential. You're not just making games, he said after my presentation. You're building a human behavior prediction engine. He was right. Every puzzle solved, every strategy chosen, every decision made in my games fed into a sophisticated AI system that learned how humans think. The games were just the interface. The real product was understanding human cognition at scale. We married despite his mother's objections. Patricia had wanted him to marry the daughter of a prominent Silicon Valley CEO, someone who understood serious technology. Instead, he chose the game developer. What Patricia didn't know was that major tech companies had started noticing patterns in my company's patents. The AI algorithms we developed weren't just good at gaming. They could predict human behavior with unprecedented accuracy. Microsoft was the first to reach out. Your behavior prediction engine, their head of AI research said during a secret meeting, could revolutionize everything from user interface design to market prediction. They weren't the only ones interested. Google, Amazon, and Meta all sent discreet inquiries. But I had bigger plans than selling now. I was building something revolutionary, an AI system that could understand human intuition itself. The games were getting more sophisticated, collecting more nuanced data, teaching the AI not just what people did, but why they did it. The breakthrough came 3 months ago. My team had been analyzing data from our latest game, a complex puzzle solver that had gone viral globally. The AI wasn't just predicting player choices anymore, it was understanding human creativity itself. This is beyond gaming, my lead engineer said, staring at the results. This could change everything about how AI interacts with humans. That's when Microsoft made their official offer, $200 million for just the behavioral prediction engine. Not the games, not the company, just that one piece of technology. I kept the offer secret, knowing what was coming. Patricia had been planning something of her own. Armstrong Tech was struggling. Their traditional enterprise software was losing market share to cloud providers. They needed something new, something revolutionary. We're acquiring promising tech startups, Patricia announced at a family dinner last week, building a portfolio of serious technology companies. The way she emphasized serious made her meaning clear. Then came yesterday's board meeting. Patricia had invited me, supposedly to learn about real technology business. Our next acquisition target, she announced to the board, is a small gaming company that's shown some promise in user engagement algorithms. She smiled coldly at me. We're offering $2 million. Generous, considering it's just a game company. The board members chuckled. They were all like Patricia, old-school tech executives who saw games as toys. That's very generous, I said calmly, thinking of Microsoft's offer in my desk drawer. But I'll need to review it with my team. Don't take too long, Patricia said. This offer won't last forever. And really, Anna, what other options does a small game company have? I left the meeting quietly, my laptop clutched to my chest. Inside it was the latest data from our AI system, data that would shake the foundations of artificial intelligence research. Thomas found me in my home office that night, surrounded by patent applications and technical diagrams. "You're not going to take her offer, are you?" he asked. I showed him the Microsoft offer, then the latest AI results. "This is incredible," he whispered, understanding the implications. "Does Mom have any idea what you've really built?" "No," I said, smiling slightly. "But tomorrow, she's going to learn the difference between making games and changing the world." I looked at my phone, where emails from other tech giants were piling up. They'd all seen the latest patents. They all understood what Patricia couldn't see, that while she was dismissing me as a toy maker, I'd built something that would transform the entire tech industry. Tomorrow's board meeting would be interesting indeed. The next morning's board meeting started exactly as Patricia had planned. Almost. I arrived early to find Armstrong Tech's boardroom already filled with unexpected faces. Along with the usual board members, representatives from Microsoft, Google, and Meta sat quietly in the observer seats. Thomas had made some calls. Patricia's triumphant smile faltered slightly when she saw them. "What are they doing here?" she whispered to her assistant. "Observing a potential acquisition," I answered, setting up my laptop. "Isn't that what you wanted? To show everyone how serious Armstrong Tech is about expanding into new technologies." She recovered quickly, launching into her prepared speech about Armstrong Tech's vision for consolidating promising startups. The board members nodded along right until I started my presentation. "Before we discuss acquisition offers," I said, standing, "let's talk about what you're actually trying to buy." The screens lit up with our latest data visualization, a real-time map of human decision-making patterns collected from 50 million players across our gaming network. "This isn't just a gaming company," I continued. "It's the world's largest human behavior research project. Every player, every decision, every solution they discover, it all feeds into an AI system that doesn't just predict behavior, it understands human intuition itself." The Microsoft representative leaned forward. "The behavioral prediction engine, which Microsoft has valued at $200 million, I added casually, watching Patricia's face pale. "Just for that one component. Not the games, not the user base, not the other technologies we developed." The room erupted in whispers. Patricia tried to interrupt, but I wasn't finished. "But the prediction engine is just the beginning." I continued, pulling up the next set of data. 3 months ago, we achieved something unprecedented. Our AI didn't just predict player choices, it started understanding creativity itself. How humans innovate, how they solve problems in ways machines never could. I demonstrated the system's capabilities, showing how it could now generate entirely new game scenarios based on its understanding of human creativity. The tech representatives were practically salivating. "Think beyond games," I said. "This technology could revolutionize everything from drug discovery to climate solution modeling. It doesn't just process data, it thinks like humans think." The Google representative stood up. "We'd like to revise our offer." "As would we," the Meta representative added quickly. Patricia looked like she'd been hit by a digital truck. Her $2 million offer lay forgotten on the table. "This is irregular," she tried. "We had an understanding." "No, Patricia," I cut in quietly. "You had assumptions. About games, about technology, about what constitutes serious innovation. Those assumptions just cost Armstrong Tech its biggest opportunity since cloud computing." I turned to the board. "I'm not interested in selling my company, but I am interested in partnerships, real ones, with companies that understand the value of what we've built." The next 2 hours transformed Armstrong Tech forever. Instead of acquiring my little game company, they ended up negotiating a joint venture partnership, one where my company would lead their AI research division. Microsoft and Google both secured licensing deals for the behavioral prediction engine. Meta launched a research partnership for creative AI development. Patricia sat silently through it all, watching her planned acquisition turn into a complete reorganization of her company's future. When the dust settled, I was named Chief Innovation Officer of the newly formed Armstrong Chen AI Labs. The game maker was now leading the company's most important division. "How long?" Patricia finally asked when everyone else had left. "How long have you been building this?" "Since the beginning," I replied. "Every game, every seemingly simple puzzle, They were all part of something bigger, something you could have seen if you'd looked past your prejudices about gaming. She nodded slowly, decades of assumptions crumbling. Thomas knew, didn't he? He saw it at the very beginning. He understood that innovation doesn't always look serious on the surface. The transformation of Armstrong Tech was dramatic. Our gaming-derived AI technology revolutionized their enterprise software, making it intuitive in ways competitors couldn't match. The stock price tripled within 6 months. More importantly, the company's culture changed. The distinction between serious technology and just games disappeared. Innovation was judged on impact, not appearance. Today, I'm writing this from my new office, formerly Patricia's, with a view of the Silicon Valley hills. On my wall hangs the first tablet I used to code games next to our latest AI Research Awards. Patricia has changed too. Last week, I caught her playing one of our games on her phone. Research, she claimed, but I saw her smile when she solved a particularly tricky puzzle. The gaming division has expanded beyond recognition. We're not just making games anymore. We're building the future of human-AI interaction. Every player who enjoys our games is unknowingly contributing to breakthroughs in artificial intelligence. Thomas loves telling the story at industry events. Everyone saw a game company, he'll say. But my wife saw the future of AI. Sometimes the most serious innovation looks like child's play. Microsoft's original $200 million offer hangs framed in our innovation lab. A reminder that value isn't always obvious to everyone. Next to it is a more recent number, our company's current market cap, approaching $2 billion. The lesson wasn't just about technology or business. It was about perception, about looking past surface judgments to see true potential. Last month, a young developer pitched me a new game idea. The board members, including Patricia, listened intently as she explained how the gameplay would generate data about human problem-solving patterns. It might look simple, the developer said nervously, but the underlying technology could change everything. Patricia finished, surprising everyone. We learned that lesson already. Sometimes the best revenge isn't proving people wrong. It's opening their eyes to see what was there all along. The games we create still entertain millions, but now everyone understands they're also building something profound, a bridge between human intuition and artificial intelligence. As I watch players around the world enjoy our latest game, each of them unknowingly contributing to the next breakthrough in AI research, I think about that first board meeting, about how quickly assumptions can crumble when confronted with undeniable innovation. The future of technology doesn't always wear a serious face. Sometimes it comes disguised as play, as fun, as just games. And sometimes the people others dismiss as toy makers are actually building tomorrow's reality, one game at a time.